Today, we're going to be talking about the Looff Carousel. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the Looff Carousel. Now, this is really cool, and the reason why I'm kind of excited about this is that it doesn't take a lot of hard thinking to realize that it's an antique. I mean, just look at it. It's like legit an antique. So it's actually more than 100 years old. It was made in 1909. At least it was put into Natorium Park in 1909, and that's where it was before it came to Riverfront Park. Natorium Park. Let's talk about that. So people would call it the Nat for short. So N-A-T, the Nat. Back in those days, they had what were called trolley parks. And to understand what a trolley park is, you need to understand what a trolley car is. It's just this car that was on rails, basically. At the end of the line was a trolley park. So basically there was a bunch of trolley parks everywhere, okay? And these were like amusement parks, but they were kind of smaller and at the end of trolley lines. The Natorium Park was one of these trolley parks, and that's where the Looff Carousel was before it got moved to its location right now, which is Riverfront Park. The reason why it's called the Looff Carousel is obviously because it was made by someone named Charles Looff. Charles I.D. Looff was his name, and he made it back in 1909. Like I said, he gave it to his stepson Louis, who gave it to his son Lloyd, who willed it to his friend Bill Oliver. And Bill Oliver, he was really crucial with the moving the carousel from storage to Riverfront Park. And there's actually a horse named after him on the carousel that was said to be his favorite horse.
This horse is called Oliver's Pride. Ollie, this is your horse.
Fun facts. One of the cool things that I remember as a kid is you go in and there's just this arm that swings out while the ride is spinning when it's at its top speed. And there's these rings you can grab that's at the end of the arm, and then you have a place to throw it. It still has it in this new building. So there's rings that come out and you can grab them and throw them at the garbage you go. So that's really cool. That's what they look like. So there's also a golden ring, and if you grab that ring, that means you get a free ride on the carousel. The ring isn't actually golden, it's plastic, but it's spray painted. All of them are plastic now. I think the golden ring actually used to be bronze. Wait, no, not bronze. Wait, bronze? It wasn't bronze. Was it bronze? No, it wasn't bronze. What's bronze? Why am I thinking bronze? Anyways, it was metal. The golden ring was metal, but now it's not metal because obviously there's a bunch of windows in this new building, so you probably don't want to throw a metal ring at a glass window. Moving on. The carousel has 54 horses, and all of them are in a running position. Now, there's 3 different positions, okay? Now, let me try to get them straight. There are jumpers, there are prancers, and there are standers, okay? I think there's more, but at least on this carousel, that's what there are. So the jumpers are the horses, and those are the ones that go up and down while the ride's spinning. And there's also what are called standers, and these are Jerry Giraffe and Sneaky the Tiger. So the giraffe and the tiger, they're just standing, okay? That's pretty obvious. The third type of animal is the prancer, and that's what Billy Bob is, okay? So he's the goat, and you'll notice that his back legs are on the ground, and his front legs are above, not on the ground. But here's the cool thing is Billy Bob can actually be a lot of different things. He fills in whenever one of the horses gets broken. So when I went there was actually a horse that wasn't there that I had assumed they were like replacing the hair on it or fixing it up basically, and Billy Bob was in its place, and he was in the place of a jumper, which is fine. Like he can do that. He can be a jumper, he can be a prancer is what he is normally, and he can be a stander. He can just, yeah. So that's pretty cool about Billy Bob. Another cool thing is that there's a bell.
So this carousel has a bell, and the guy actually rang it for me. See that? So it rang 2 times. That means the carousel is going, right? 3 times means it's at its top speed.
With the bell, they'd ring it once, that means the ride's not going. They ring it twice, that means the ride's started going. They ring it 3 times, and it's at its top speed. I'm pretty sure they do that the same way now, except it's a recording, and the recording only rings twice and then 3 times. I think it basically means the same thing, but that's pretty cool. There's actually the bell. You can actually see the original bell, and they even have an antique hammer there that they can smack it with. So just ask them to do it, and they might do it for you. I know they did for me.
And that's what they used way back when?
Yeah.
Back to the horses. A cool thing that I think is cool, it's kind of cool, it's kind of gross at the same time, is that the hair on the back of the horses, it's actual horse hair.
That's what the tail looks like. Oh, that is disgusting. That's okay.
They change it out, okay? So it's not like the same horse hair from 1909, but they change it out. You know, on their site, they say they change it out and stuff.
Something that I thought was cool about these horses is that each one is named. So, for instance, this one right here, this is Oliver's Pride, okay? Oliver's Pride. I don't know if you can hear me through my mask. This one right here, its name is Jerry Giraffe. I'm not making these names up. This is actually what they're called. I think this one is Athena. This is Billy Bob. He's the goat. This one is Lady Liberty, okay? Miss Liberty, or something like that. Anyways, you get it. They all have their own names, except for these dragon benches. I don't think the dragon benches have a name. One of these benches, this bench right here, I'm gonna name Bobby and Logan, okay? And then this one with the teddy bear on it is gonna be Nicholas and Davido. Nicholas and Davido. Okay. Dude, it's so cool. If you want to learn more about the carousel, there's this awesome site called SpokaneCarousel.org, and it's spelled with 2 R's. And that's where I got most of my information. It's super awesome. There's like super cool facts on it. And yeah, it's just like a bunch of information for you if you want to look more into the Looff Carousel and more into like, yeah, just more into it.
And that's the gambit. Okay, so that's the Looff Carousel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah. Oh, one last thing. Full disclosure, I have been mispronouncing the name of the park. It's not Natorium Park. It's Natatorium Park, okay? That was my bad. I should have done my research a little better, but it's Natatorium Park, okay? Not for short still, but Natatorium Park is how you pronounce it. Shout out to Gary Nance. Thank you so much with providing some photos and emailing back and forth with me, as well as Bette Largent. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one. Peace.